This is the Small Town Circus Center. So I was born with Bertolatti syndrome, and I didn't know I had it until I was like 18 or 19. It's when your L5, which is your bottom vertebrae, is enlarged and trying to fuse to your pelvis. So I was having troubles even walking across the road. And I found a silks class and it helped. And then the pandemic hit. There's nowhere in this area to do anything. And I called up Walker's American Martial Arts because he was a family friend. And I was like, hey, can I rig my silks in your weight room? And he was like, yeah, how do you rig silks? After a while, he was like, hey, you should start a program for toddlers. And I was like, I don't know if that's what I want to start with. So I started with aerial classes instead. But then we kept on going and going and going. And now we have classes for ages 1 and up. A lot of people, whenever I started the business, were like, yeah, that's not gonna take off. And that kind of inspired the name, the Small Town Circus, a little bit, because we were like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna pull in all these small towns and we're gonna make a circus that gives access to these kids for these programs, because there's nothing in this area that does a circus program. So I really wanted to offer that, and after we got going and people saw me doing it, then they were like, oh, can you teach us? And it started lifting off the ground a little bit. The tots, they focus on aerial and tumbling. And then we have specifically tumbling classes, and we have aerial classes. The aerial classes, it's easier to start with aerial hammock to gain strength, and or aerial hoop. Aerial silks is definitely the hardest class that we offer. This is the aerial hoop. It's also called aerial lyra. This is aerial silks. It's also called aerial ribbons. You climb up it and you can do tricks. And then we also have our circus classes, and those are any level as well. This is the German steer wheel. It's also called a German wheel for short. You get in it and you can do a bunch of tricks. You can also do partner tricks. Yeah, you roll and flip around and it's pretty cool. We have contortion and flexibility. And we also have our new circus class.
I actually take a couple of classes here. I started out in the adult aerial hammock class. I started on that because my daughter was doing classes here, and then she joined the competitive team the first year they did it, and she loved it. And I was like, you know what? Like, I think I might be able to do some of this stuff. Like, it looked really fun.
It's very easy to start off with. And then once you've been here for a while, you'll have a lot of more muscles, and it'll just get more fun the longer you've been here.
I don't know how to describe it. It was just amazing. I was always excited every Thursday. I'd be like, today's Wednesday, I can't wait.
It's safe. I don't feel like I'm gonna fall. I don't feel like there's any danger of me getting hurt here or anything like that.
So we try to make our kids kind and teach them how to lead, teach them how to be responsible, respectful. We try to keep the motivation, the energy really high in the gym. So we make a lot out of very small things. Whenever they've been working on something that they haven't gotten right away, our parents cheer, I cheer. I'm sitting on the floor or standing on the floor clapping and screaming good job at them. We have a competition and performance team. This year we had 10 kids join. We had 2 kids who placed first this year, 2 kids that placed second, and 1 that placed third. All 10 of our girls competed, and 1 student even brought 2 routines to the competition. Each kid gets a specially made and choreographed routine for their skill level.
This year I competed in 2 routines, but it's really fun because even when you're not on a team with people, you already get to know them, and once you're on a team with people, you get to know them way better, and it's really fun.
And you don't have to have any experience to do this. Literally, like, it's work at your own pace. As quick as you can learn, you can go. But you won't move on until you know something and you're comfortable with it and the coach is comfortable with you with it and you're walked through it every step of the way.
It's really nice and you can be more like yourself and it's really amazing and you can make lots of friends.
All these kids wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for us, and it's grown so much. Like, we started with like 2 panel mats, a silk and a lyra, and it's just gotten way bigger. Like, we're filling a whole space now.